Hello, BookTube. Kind of an odd, non-book related video that I wanted to make. Those of you who've been watching this channel will know that I have two sweet old dogs. They're both sick. They're both terminally ill. And all I do when I'm not writing and reading, all I do is take care of them. They need a lot of help. They can't really get around anymore. They can't often get comfortable. My basset hound Lucy is the really sick one. Let me see if I can show you. She's right next to me. She's the really sick one, and she's in the last 4 or 5 months she has been losing control of her bladder. So we're outside every 75 minutes, 24 hours a day, every single day. And when I leave on errands of any kind, I come back to just an ocean of urine that I have to clean up, and it's perfectly all right. It's perfectly okay. She is still herself. She's still present. She's still enthusiastic about life. She's uncomfortable a lot of the time, and so is her sister. But one of the things that has been on my mind as I take care of these two dogs, and in fact I've mentioned it a couple of times on this channel and in conversations with a lot of you, is that every time in my life in the past, just to indulge a little here in pseudo-mystical mumbo-jumbo, every time in my life in the past that I have had dogs that were like this, I have had innumerable dogs, and I have shepherded all of them through to the end. I make their life as happy as I can, but I'm here for the whole of the job, including the rotten last part. And every single time in my life that's been true, before the end, fate, if you want to use that hackneyed word, has provided other dogs. I've never gone on Craigslist. I've never gone to a breeder or anything like that. Fate has provided my next dogs every single time, and including, for instance, Lucy herself, who I found in the street. I found her as a puppy in the street, running around in traffic when I already had 3 dogs, including 2 old dogs who I was seeing through the end of their life. And I took her in, and she enlivened things and made things more difficult. And when those 2 dogs died, I had an anchor in life. I had an anchor in the present. I had Lucy and her sister Malin, who were very young and who needed me. And so it wasn't possible for me to leave. It wasn't possible for the loss of those dogs to break me. And that's always been true. And it's been like fate that dogs have shown up who needed me right as I was getting ready to lose dogs that I'd had for a long time. And I've said it on this channel I think a few times. I've told a few of you that it's confusing to me that this has been going on for months and that hasn't happened. Even though you can't sit and demand such a thing, I have wondered why not. Why haven't I found somebody on a dog walk who's walked up to me and said, I've watched you, and this has happened to me in the past, I've watched you walk these dogs, you're so patient with them, you help them across the street. My sister got a dog and she can't keep him, and I don't want to put him in the pound. I wonder, is there any chance if I could maybe pay you to take the dog? I've had that happen. I've looked at the person, tears in my eyes, and said, you don't need to pay me. I'll gladly help. I've wondered in the last few months while I've been going out at 1:30 and 3:30 and 5:30 and all weathers, I've wondered why that hasn't happened yet. And it occurred to me this morning. Now, you just have to bear with me. Most of you have known me for months and months now, so this is a little strange, and you can just skip the video if you think it's a little weird. It occurred to me this morning, for the first time, I don't know why it hadn't occurred to me earlier, that perhaps fate is doing that. Perhaps fate just needs a tiny bit of a nudge here. Perhaps the intervention of fate that I've been waiting for is you. It's the first time in my life that I've had a BookTube channel. The 2,000 of you hundreds of you email me. We talk about our lives, your kids, your school. I send you books. You express concern when you don't see me in a video in a day. I get emails, dozens of emails saying, are you okay? Are you all right? Maybe that's what I should be looking at. So I'm going to put something out here just this one time. I won't stress it. I won't harp on it. Just in case fate is extending me a hand, I don't want to think in later years that I was dumb or stubborn enough to ignore it, and maybe not to give it the nudge that it needs. So what I'm going to say here is, I would like 2 puppies. Not for Lucy. My other dog, Malin, hates adult dogs, except for Lucy. She hates them. Puppies fly completely underneath her radar, so I can't get an adult dog, even though they need me more. What I need is 2 puppies. And so I'm asking the thousands of you who live in the United States, if you come across 2 puppies who need a home, I'd like you to let me know that. I'll leave my email in the description down below. There are all sorts of services now that didn't exist 20 years ago even. There are all sorts of services to gently and humanely transport dogs across country, across state lines. That's possible. I'm sure you know some of those organizations. I know some of those organizations. It is possible. It doesn't have to be Boston. It would be ideal if it were, but it doesn't have to be. If you know of 2 puppies who need a home, I'd appreciate it if you'd let me know. That's all. Just in case that's what I needed to do in this particular instance, and that's why it wasn't happening. I thought I would cover that base. So that's it. That's actually all that I had to say in this video, is to let you know that explicitly. And like I said, I'll leave my email down below just in case this actually works. And that's it. So sorry for the interruption. We'll get right back to talking about books. I wanted to make, I debated for a long time. I wanted to make this video and get it out there. So I'll shut up for now, and I'll see you soon, BookTube. Thank you.